Great. Very good evening, everyone. Hello. Everyone, come back to this world. You're busy in something, I guess. In what you're busy? No problem, tell me. Like, what you people are doing? I came, no, stop then. You still want to practice. You want me to cancel the class? And then, so everyone close. After me going, again you can continue your particular practicing, okay? Anyways. So I think in the previous class, that is on day before yesterday. Yesterday was a holiday. So I think we were discussing some of the most important concepts. So we have seen the most significant tag which will help for search engine optimization, that is meta tag. So we have seen something known as name attribute, content attribute. In name, what are the possible things you can give? Description, keywords, author. As a developer, that is sufficient to know. And in content, if it is description, one paragraph regarding what website you are building. If it is keyword, comma separated values which a user might type. And owner, who is the owner of that particular website. So this is what we have seen. And also we have seen something known as a container tag like division tag and span tag. I hope you remember. I think I have given you a task. Which task? Build one landing page where you can navigate to project 1, project 2, project 3, project 4, 5 and 6. Have you done it? Why? Sorry? Oh, because of I have not provided you GitHub repository link, you have not done. Wantedly, I have not provided. So that I wanted to see how many of you have that curiosity to build on your own. Tell me how many of you build, raise your hands. Oh, somewhat done. Okay. In interview, there is no mercy on you like, oh, this much only you have done. Okay, 3 LPA. Oh, full project you have done 5 LPA. There is no such option. I hope you are realizing that fact. Anyways, so let's try to understand. So today is one of the most important concept, not just about HTML or CSS. As a developer, you will be learning something that everyday basis you will be doing. What is that? We will see. Don't worry about it. Have that suspense, no issues. So now, in the previous class, if I open my Visual Studio, something is there over here. Let me check. Okay. So I think I was explaining you something known as markdown file, correct? To how to create short notes, all those things, how to get the transcript. Have I told you regarding that? Yes. So that is what we have seen. So I told you to build one simple project which looks something like this. Let me close this. Yeah, this is what I have told you. Now tell me, are the tags new for you is my question first of all. How to get this? Image tag. Next, any text tag, for example, H2, H3, anything. How to get those texts? Anchor tag. Next, these might be H1, that is again one heading, paragraph, anchor tag, again normal text, one horizontal line. If I scroll, again text, logo, again some text only, table. What is new over here is my question. Now you might be thinking, sir, it looks like a proper layout, all those things. I have given you a hint. If you use table, it's very easy. If I inspect, you will only realize it's very simple. Starting from this point, all the way till that corner, it's a table with 2 TDs. In the first TD, one image, one text. In the second TD, multiple anchor tags. And maybe that spacing and all, non-breaking space you can use. Maybe one pipe character. That's it. Now you might be having a question. Sir, how to move them that corner? There is one attribute known as align. If you say right side, it will go to that right. One prompt if you give to ChatGPT, it will only tell you what to do. But people, yesterday they have wasted like anything. I know you have not celebrated festival. At least have you practiced if you ask me? No. S means great. Okay. Don't get offended, okay, if you have practiced. So that is what. If I inspect, you will only realize it is such a simple thing to build. I expected you guys to complete it, but okay. If I inspect, see, first one is a table. In that table, I told width is 100%, which means width will stretch from this corner to that corner. Next, inside that, you can clearly notice table body is there. In that TR is there, and one TD, second TD. In the first TD, it's image and H3. In the second TD, it is just multiple anchor tags with non-breaking spaces, that's it. Such a easy thing to build, and if you want in the right, align right, that's it. And remaining things, if you want in the center, I told you one tag known as center tag, which is deprecated, no one uses, but you have no other option in HTML. So if I just go over here, you can see there is one tag known as center, and inside that again the content is same. Again one H3, one H1, one paragraph. Next again you can see one break. After that anchor tags with space if you want, non-breaking space you should say, and after that one more anchor tag. Here comes three breaks so that you can see some space is there over here. Next one table again, one row, 3 TDs. What is there over here? Nothing is there. Again one horizontal line if I am not wrong, you can see. And width if you say 80%, it will just reduce its width. One prompt, easily you will understand what is happening. Next if I scroll again, anchor tag, next again center tag, again same story is repeating all the way till last, nothing new. So this is what is my expectation. In that expectation, when I click on view project, your project 1 should open, what we have built on very starting. Next, if I click on view project on second part, second project what we have built should open. Next, if I click on timetable, third project should open. Next, if I click on 4, your portfolio should open, and few other new things I have added. I hope all you I have taught regarding this. If I scroll again, registration form should open with new type of, something which you have not discussed in the class like range, date, spectrum, all these things we have seen if I remember. Last but not least, I told you to do this also. Such a easy thing if you are not able to do, I don't know how do you actually do projects in React, because these are very, very small things. Anyways, after that meet your Harshit sir, okay, it's me only. So just AI generated text, that's it. So anything if you want you can do it. After that, if I scroll a bit down, official website of TAP Academy, that anchor tag easily you can do it. This is iframe where maps is embedded. This is also iframe where YouTube playlist embedded. Center tag, that's it. What is there in this? To get these lines, you can just put one, what do you call, HR tag or something like that. That's it. So at last, again you can see there is one horizontal line. Again, same story. So this is my expectation. So okay, don't worry, people are crying, sir I want GitHub repository link. Okay, I'll just go over here and this is the repository link. Yeah, this one I'll share it, okay, index.html 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You want me to share this only, right? Only index.html is sufficient, or these also you want? Only index.html is sufficient, huh? Okay, this one I will share. But now imagine, this repository I want to replicate in my VS Code. I can download it. If you just go to the code section, you can see there is something known as download as zip folder. I'll just click on download as zip. So it got downloaded. If I just click on this, you can see somewhere between, in the sense including all your asset, like each video is more than 40 MB, it will take some time to get downloaded. Then you can open with your VS Code, and if you want to do any modifications, you can do it. Now observe very carefully. I'll just show you one website which I have taken in the last class also, that is Apple website. In Apple website, I told you categorization should be done. I told this is header section. You remember? This is known as hero section, which determines, of course this is not a landing page, but still, which determines, yes, this is a store in the sense what, oh, these guys actually sell some electronics. I got some idea. Next, this is one latest section, which all the latest products of Apple are displayed. Next, maybe support section, help section. If I scroll again, what is this, maybe discount section, something like that. So different sections, categories happening. In the last class I told you, you can use divisions, but let me tell you, division does not have any meaning is what I told, right? Now what is the next version if you ask me? I want a container but with a proper meaning. Now who should understand that meaning? My browser should understand that meaning. Header means header tag is there. Navigation bar means nav tag is there. Sections means section tag is there. That's it. So if there is a header, what is opposite of header? Footer. If I scroll all the way till last, this is known as footer section. And whatever tag names I am saying, visually no change, but they will add some meaning, and that meaning we call it as semantic meaning. Semantic meaning means what? For example, header means what in English? Head, topmost section, right? So if you put all this content in header tag, your browser will realize, oh, these are all header things. In the sense, you are optimizing your website better and better. So this has a hi-fi terminology known as semantic. That's it. So you can use semantic tags to make your HTML 100% optimized. That's it. So every website in this world uses semantic tags. So you should not depend only on your content. Categorization of content is also important. One option we have seen is using divisions, but it is not a good optimized code. You should use semantic tags. Now what is the semantic, all those things, don't worry, I will tell you. Meanwhile, I think it has already got downloaded. Anyways, I'll just open my file explorer, right click, just click on extract all, that's it. So let us keep this aside. Meanwhile, we will see one of the most important thing, observe. So to understand this structural or semantic tags, primarily, if you take your website, I clearly told you the topmost section is known as header, where company logo will be there and all the other navigation links will be there. Now, can I write a nested tag? Yes, you can. Inside header tag, what I should type? Navigation bar I should type. So this is nav tag. And inside that what you have? Anchor tags only, which are clickable. I told you unordered list. And in list item, anchor tag. I hope you're understanding. Next, some sections will come. I told hero section, main section, different things. So over here, one section is what I'm trying to say, section tag. Like this, depending on content, how many ever sections you want, you can have. But for a page, only one header will be there. Only one navigation bar only will be there. 2, 3 navigation bars, no foolish fellow will give. Are you understanding? But sections, how many ever you want, you can give. Sometimes, you might have noticed, in some websites, at the right corner, advertisements you might have seen, correct? AdSense. So that right corner, we call it as aside tag. It is aside, right? Aside tag. See, visually no change. Just aside tag is where most of the web developers put the advertisements, all those things. Similarly, in section, some article points you might have seen, right? That we call it as an article tag, which means it is a part of section or separately also you can write. Last but not least, at the bottom, whatever you type, contact details, copyright details, email, mobile number, all those goes under footer section. And the tag is known as footer tag. Now the thing is, you can use divisions also because categorization, right? But it doesn't have any meaning. Are you understanding? So these tags have some meaning. So that is the reason they are known as semantic tags. And that is the reason on day 1 of HTML, what was the definition? Tags which add some semantic meaning you might have seen, right? Today you realized what is semantic. But on day 1 you will not realize because you don't even know how content is placed in the browser. But I think now you are very confident. Any tag in HTML you can clearly understand, and any MCQ they can ask you what is the use of this tag. I hope you can answer. So these are the last set of tags you should be learning. But practical use cases, that is what you can categorize whatever project we have built, or in CSS when we are building some projects, then we can categorize, not an issue. So I hope this much clarity you got it. If I should differentiate, whatever divisions you had, instead of them, you can use all these tags. Just now we have discussed. I'll show you the difference, observe. This is how a normal website would look if pure divisions are used, which had no meaning. Your browser will not even understand what is happening. But on the other hand, same page, I can write it like that. Figure tag means what? All the images can go inside figure tag. For example, banner or something like that. So this is non-semantic HTML, that is semantic HTML, which is more optimized in terms of SEO, if you ask me, always the second option. Did you understand? So ultimately, why people use semantic tags? For SEO, that's it. Search engine optimization. And there are some rules that you should follow in HTML. Per entire page, only one H1 should be there, one header tag should be there. Like that, there are some set of rules. If you follow such set of rules, it is more optimized. But in these classes, we don't discuss about optimization and performance. As a fresher, no one would ask you, how do you optimize your front-end page? They'll not ask you. Because for a fresher level, you should just know how to use the tags, how to apply CSS, that's it. Yes, you can also discuss about performance and optimization, but it's not for a fresher. Are you understanding? Again, that will become a different syllabus altogether. So I think this much clarity you got it. Great. So speaking about our project, if I just open this demo 321 with our VS Code, observe. I'll just say file and I'll say open folder, and whatever I have just downloaded, I'll just open this particular thing. Great. So now you can see, yes, I trust the author, don't worry about it. Next, this is my index.html, and you can clearly notice. So this is a normal HTML page where no semantic tags are there, but you can see center is in red color, it's deprecated, they are recommending don't use it. I hope you are understanding. So these are the tags which are quite not used often. So but still, if you want, you can still do it. Are you understanding? So that's it. So this code I will share it with you, don't worry about it. Now the question is, I want to make sure this project is hosted like how I have shown in GitHub. What will you do? Usually, I told you there are some rules that you should follow. Compulsory index.html should be there. Then only your GitHub will realize. Then you know that, okay sir, I'll drag and drop. You dragged and dropped. Imagine I'll tell you to make a change. What is that change, sir, if you ask me? Instead of heading, let us see what is heading you have given. So if you notice over here, you have given Tap Academy. But I will tell you to change the title to your name. So you will say, okay sir, I'll change to my name. So I'll say website. One second. I'll say website built. So I'll say website built by any name, your name, any name. This is the change I'll ask you to do and give me the updated link. Now what you will do? Again take this file, again re-upload you will do. Imagine 100 changes your manager will tell you to do. You will keep re-uploading. So this is not a good practice. And literally if you notice, how many lines are there? Maybe some 200 lines if I am not wrong. Oh, more than 200. So if I scroll, again it's very easy itself. If I scroll all the way till bottom, maybe some 600 lines I think. Okay, some 705 lines. So difficult. You are saying, oh sir. See, I'll tell you, when you go as a developer, lakhs of lines of code you will find. Are you understanding? I'm speaking about front end and back end. Thousands of subfolders, subfiles you will find. Then I don't know what you will say. So for 700 lines, if you are feeling shocked, I don't know what you will think about it. Now the question is, for 700 lines only, if some changes I am making, you are struggling. Imagine your manager says that, hey, we should change some content, and you will go, you will change. Again you will redeploy. No. Instead, once you create a link, that should be permanent. Today, let us assume Amazon has Republic Day sale, Flipkart has Republic Day sale. Now their banner is changing, right? Now banner is changing means HTML only, image tag they are updating. Do you think that flipkart.com is getting changed to something.com? No, right? But what you are doing right now, every time you redeploy, a brand new link you are getting, which means it's a bad practice that every time you redeploy. It's not like that. You should not re-upload again and again. Once you should create your repository, forever that repository only you should use. Whatever changes you made, the changes also should get reflected in that repository. Now how is this possible if you ask me? By using a software, and the name of the software is version control system. What a software does, I am trying to say. It's known as a version control system. Now what is this version control system? We'll try to understand. See, version means what? Today you have Android 16 version. Last year it was Android 15, correct? So now Android is trying to control the version. So in the next year you will get Android 17. But can you go back? It's not possible actually. But if you are a technocrat, you can go back. You know how to boot a phone, you know how to use bootloader and how to install custom ROM. I know that these terms might not make sense for many people, but if you are a technocrat, I think these might make sense. Similarly, iPhone, if you are an iOS, Apple's native OS, once you get an OS, you can't delete, you can't make any modifications until you know how to jailbreak it. And now what is jailbreak? All those things are none of your business, you can ignore. So jailbreak means you are breaking the security system of iPhone and installing your own OS, and warranty, all those things will be void. So all these things you can do, and you can change the versions however you want. Similarly, if there is a tracker in your computer who will track all the changes of your code, that software is version control. And today the most famous and most widely used version control software is Git. Are you understanding? Not GitHub. GitHub is separate, Git is separate. What is GitHub according to your knowledge? Very simple, sir. GitHub is like a cloud platform where, like a Google Drive, I can upload, I'll get a link. That's all. Now, Git is a system or a software which should be installed in the computer. Are you understanding? And it will take care and how to take care of your code, all those things. In the next 5 minutes, you will realize how to use Git, and it is one of the easiest. Okay? I want your 100% attention, because this is not just for a fresher. Even a 5 years experienced, 20-year experienced developer also uses Git every day. Observe. Okay, sir. We realize this is very important. So before actually proceeding further, just let us have a small look. So these are the tags. Definitely we'll use them, not now. In the CSS classes we'll use it, okay. So when I speak about HTML, nothing else is there in HTML. Successfully HTML is completed. HTML is completed. But before starting CSS, there is one most important thing, that is nothing but how to use this Git. Because HTML completed, no, you should understand. See, whatever this Git you are able to see, this we call it as a version control system. Version control system means what? A system which controls the version, previous version, current version, like that. You will realize what is it, okay. Now many people get confused. Sir, we have something known as Git, I do understand. But there is something known as GitHub, both are co-brothers? No, both are completely different softwares. To differentiate, it's very simple. Say, I think GitHub, you realized it is like a website, correct? So it's nothing but a website. So if I should differentiate, this fellow is a website where you should upload, next click on some settings, get a link. This is nothing but GitHub. It's pure online. Are you understanding? But when it comes to Git, that is what? Online backup kind of thing. But when it comes to Git, you should install in your computer, which means Git will be local, not online. Are you understanding? So you should install locally. So now let us try to understand. See, agenda is very simple. Ultimately your file should go to GitHub only. But instead of you manually dragging and dropping, this guy will help you to push your code to GitHub. Now how is that happening? All those things we will see. Great. First and foremost, whenever I speak about GitHub, you should understand to make your GitHub to work, ultimately it requires some file. In the previous class, we used to manually upload, but today, using some few commands, you can make sure the same files without dragging and dropping from your VS Code only you can push the code. Now, how does Git work actually, if you ask me? See, Git works in a very simple way. I clearly told you, Git should know you are currently in a particular folder. So, first and foremost step is, it should know the working directory of your computer. Now, what is this working directory? Very simple. I created day 5, day 6 folders and all I created. So when I created, today is day 8 if I am not wrong. Today if I should type something, I will create one folder known as day 8. In that I will create index.html. Now currently what is my working directory? Day 8 is my working directory. So directory is a hi-fi terminology for folder. Currently which folder you are, that is only known as working directory. And inside that compulsory one file should be there. Index.html compulsory. First step. Okay, sir. I will make sure Git is in the current directory. I will tell you how to do it. Second step, you should know something known as staging. Now what is staging? Very simple. Yes, you are in the current directory. Now you should tell to Git, hey Git, listen, all my files are ready. You should make sure whatever I take this particular code, take one screenshot and keep it with you, so that the next version, whatever it changes, you can identify the difference. So in staging area, there is one command you should use known as git add. When you say git add, what happens is, all the files in that folder will be ready to be pushed to the Git. Through Git, ultimately it should reach GitHub. So if you say git add, all the changes, all the folders, maybe one screenshot kind of thing, imaginary, just one screenshot it will take. It will remember, oh, at this point of time, now currently the time is how much? Maybe at 5:02, these are the changes that has happened. It will have its memory. Next, ultimately, once you do this, next you should commit. Yes, done everything. Now let's try to finalize this particular thing. You should go and say repository, whatever history you have. So over there you should say git commit. When you say git commit, what happens is, all these particular files in your local system will be committed, will be pushed to your particular thing. Of course, to push you should say git push also. But these are the most important things, how Git understands. Very simple itself. But maybe for the very first time you might feel, or something is happening, so very difficult. No. 2 times you do, you will only think, yeah, nothing is there. Just 2 commands, you should remember, that's it. Are you understanding? Very simple. Now, there are 3 most important commands that you should remember. What is that if you ask me? These commands every day you will use. First and foremost, I clearly told you, you should say git add. no doubt about it, first command. Now when will you type this command? After initializing git. Initialize means what? Starting. So you should say git init. Init is a shortcut for initialization. After saying git init, you will say git add. So one screenshot will be took of your VS Code, in the sense all your folders. Next what you should do is, you should say git commit, and one message if you want to give, you can give. So git, I am going to commit, and -m means one message, any message you can give. For example, you made some changes. I made background color to be black, some message. So why are you giving that message? So in the future, maybe after 2 or 3 years, you will understand, oh, at that point of time I made this change. You should remember. Are you understanding? Later, at last but not least, you should say git push. That's it. So all your local files will be took and pushed to the GitHub repository. Now don't you think your repository link also should be there? That also you should provide. That is nothing but git origin. I'll show you that. But this much clarity you got it. Very, very simple itself. I want your 100% focus. Observe. I'll show you step by step. Still, if you did not understand, you can always come and ask me at any point of time. Okay? Observe. First and foremost, go to internet and search for git. Just git, that's it. You will find the first website. Just click on this. You will see so many things. Don't get distracted. There is one option known as install for Windows. Just click on install for Windows. I think majority of your Windows user, just click on git for Windows x64 setup, means 64-bit processor. Just click on this. So within no time it will start downloading. You can see all downloaded also, 63 MB. But if you are a Mac OS user, you can, for Mac OS it's a bit complex. You should install Homebrew, all those things. Try to do this. If you are not getting, you can come and ask me. Okay? Anyone Mac users are there in this class? No one is there. Okay, then it's fine. Next, I don't think so any Linux users are still existing in today's world. Let me tell you, if you are using Linux, you are laughing, but he's a legend, to be honest. So they know actually in and out of an OS. But anyways, so I have just installed it. Just go and click on this. Click on run. And just say yes. No need to use your brain. Next, 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 next. That's it. Don't think anything. If you really want to know, sir, every detail I want to know, use your second brain. That's it. So now once you say, now it is actually extracting all the files and it is setting up in your particular system. It is just configuring with your OS. Great, done. So now if you notice, release notes and all I don't want, just say finish. Now what is the proof that Git has got installed? Search for CMD, command prompt. It is like your OS of your system. You can control your OS. Okay. This is how it looks. Search, in the sense, type a command known as git ---- version. So latest version is 2.52 if I am not wrong. If I say enter, you can see the git version is 2.52. So which means it is installed successfully. If you are not getting this, maybe some step you might have missed. That's it. Okay, sir. Now you can use your command prompt to do everything, but it feels a bit complex. So what we can do is just go to your window, your VS Code. Just open your terminal. This is also command prompt only. Are you understand? Both the ways, and this is the easiest. So let me check whether that particular thing is installed. Here also you can say git ---- version. So you can see here also the git term is not recognized. Okay. See one thing, since you have installed it, make sure you are closing VS Code and again reopening, because that fellow doesn't even know before installation you opened, so he doesn't know it. So now if you just go and give the same command, now you can see you are getting. Many people say, sir, git not installed, sir. You should close and open. Are you understanding? Because you opened VS Code before installing only, that is the reason. Okay, sir, this much clarity I have. Now what is the first step that for git you should give some information? Working directory, which means you are in C folder, users. Why do I want all these things? And by the way, where is this folder actually existing? I wanted to see. Actually it is existing in C only. So what I will do is, in C it is a bit complicated, so I will just drag it to my D drive. In D drive December B to HTML, over here I will just drop it. Okay. Now you can see, where is that? You can see over here, but I will just rename it. So what will we rename? Final project, final HTML project. Okay, so this folder I wanted to reopen once again because directory changed, right? So I'll just go and say open folder. I'll go to your HTML. Over here I'll click, I'll open. Are you understanding? So usually your VS Code is a bit smart compared to you. If you just say automatically it will open the current directory only, but make sure this name and that name is matching. Did you understand? Okay, sir. Any doubts still here? Everyone understood? Installation easy only. Checking version is also easy only. The next most important step is make sure your terminal is in the current directory, working directory. Great. Now what you should do is, again this step is easy only. Just go to your repository, GitHub, just click on new and create a new repository. This is common, okay. Now you just go and say final HTML. So I'm just giving a unique name, okay. I'll say December B2. So I'll just say create repository, done. So now in the last class we used to say upload existing file, right? But now if you scroll a bit down, are you trying to create a new repository with command lines? Yes. So using these commands you can use it. Very simple. Are you understanding? Now observe. First and foremost, see whatever commands are there over here, same commands only you should use. By the end of hitting all these commands, without your notice, all your files will come over here. Observe. First, you should initialize. So just go over here. Let me minimize this. Just focus on the commands, okay. I'll just say git, I'll say git init, okay, git initialize, enter. So you can see initialized a empty git repository in this particular thing. So sir, where can I see all those things, sir, if you ask me? Over here. Can you see one symbol like this? So here all the changes you can actually notice. You will see all those things, don't worry about it. Let me close this. Great. Did you understand? First step, git init. Next what you should do is, if you go over here, here only you have git add readme.mv. Do you have that file? No, then ignore. If you have it, do it. Now what is this readme.md if you ask me? MD stands for markdown file, where it is like you are trying to see, if you upload this, all the instructions will come over here. Inside that what should be there, sir? Regarding your project, what are the things you have done? Just information, that's it. If it is there, you can do it, or you can just ignore. Sir, I want, sir. I'll tell you how to do it. Just go to ChatGPT, share your code base and say, create one readme.md file for me. It will give it download and then you can use this command. At this moment, ignore it. Let us focus on most important things. Now, okay, if you notice over here, there is something known as git commit, all those things. But before that, what you should say? Git add you should say, which is not mentioned over here. So I should just go over here and say git add, and let me tell you, just you should not leave like that. Add space dot you should say. Why, sir, if you ask me? When you say git add dot space, everything you should notice. You are saying to get everything. So I'll just say enter. Now some warning and all you'll get, that you can ignore it. Okay, next. What is the next thing? Now you can say commit. Now let us keep that message as it is. If you want, you can change it. Now you can see so many things are happening in the background that you can just ignore it. Next. The next command is, one second, let me close it. Yeah. The next command is git commit, that -n, that string you have it, that can be anything. Okay. Let it be first commit itself. I'll say enter. Now some things happened. Don't think too much about it, but actually you should think about it. See over here, git config global user. See, all these things are not there because your account is not yet set. But for some systems, automatically login pop-up will come. Have you logged in? You have not yet logged in. So make sure you are giving that particular thing. So now what you should do is, see, this is only for first time. Every time no need to do, only for first time, setting up, that's it. So copy this particular thing and go over here and paste it. But you should make some changes. Is this your email ID? No. So which email ID to use if you ask me? Your GitHub email ID, whatever you have logged in, that email ID. Understanding? So I just remember my email ID. So I'll just remove all these things. And I'll just say official email ID. So I'll say thetapacademy.com. Understanding? Enter. Next, username also. I'll just copy this exactly. I'll just paste it. Only for first time you should do. Okay. What is username? This is the username. Are you understanding? So this particular name, you can also find your own usernames. Okay. I'll copy, and instead of your name, I'll just change it to my username. I will paste it. That's all. If I say enter, now actually one pop-up should come. It's not coming. Okay, no problem. You can just ignore it. Next, what I'll be doing is, I think now you can understand. The next, just follow as it is. Just say git branch. Main branch only we have selected. Same thing. Copy it. Go over here. Paste it. After this, what you should do is, now the most important thing, your repository link. This you should copy. Just go over here and paste it. Are you understanding? Great. Last but not least, you should say git push to the main branch itself. Origin means what? Destination is your main branch. So just copy that particular thing and just go over here and paste it. Error, failed to push some codes. Okay, sometimes for the first time if you do, some problems you will get. Let me clear the screen. So let me initialize everything again from starting. Okay, I'll say add, next. I'll say commit. Okay, now you can see all your files are getting committed, everything in the folder. This you should be able to see. Then successfully it has actually took, now you can see what is happening over here in all your files. It has took a screenshot of what are the files available. So where can you see the changes if you ask me? Over here. First commit, message you have typed, no, that message only. If you want to see more details, you can just click on this and check what are the different things. You can see these all things have been committed. And since these all things have been added. Are you understanding? Simple itself. Going ahead, you will understand all those things, don't worry. Today, just on surface level, you understand what I am doing. Every day we will be doing this, okay? Next, git add is done. Now what you should say, git commit. So already first commit is done, right? So you just say anything, okay? Demo project, it can be anything, okay? So I'll say demo project. Next, nothing to commit. In the sense, already you have committed, right? Again, no need to say commit. Now what you can do is, just make sure your branch is selected properly. So it already exists. So already if it exists, you will get an error, but it's already existing. Last but not least, I can just say git push, that's it. So already you told origin main, so now not required, I'll say push. So to push the current cetera remote to upstream, all this, okay, that is actually missing. So we need to say push origin. So yeah. So now you can notice it will take some time and it will actually process. Now you can see this pop-up you should get. Just make sure you are clicking on sign in. Without sign in, it will not work, only for the first time, okay? Okay. It's taking some time. But you can see already it is compressing all the data. You can see 77%, 88%. It is actually writing all the files. You can see the speed. It will take some time, okay? You should have some patience, okay? Otherwise, you cannot be a developer. If you have that frustration and all, your brain will not work, because a developer's most important asset is your brain, your problem solving ability. Problem solving will work if your brain works properly in pressure situations. Unnecessarily getting frustration and all will not work. I want you to realize that. So you can see it is actually doing a lot of things. You can see out of all 29 files, everything is done. You can see file size 50 MB, all those things, it is there. Great. Now you can see successfully in the main branch, everything is set up to the thing, and everything is finally done. You can clearly notice all those messages you are able to see. Don't think too much about all those things. Now what is the proof it is done properly? Very simple. Write a command known as git status. Just go and search status. Now if you say git status, you should get something like this. So you can see over here your branch is up to date with origin main, means everything is proper. Now if I go back to my particular repository, now if I refresh, I hope you are understanding. Now you might have an important question. Sir, you only told and gave one build up that only 25 MB, but all trailers are there. No, there is a difference. If you manually drag and drop, the limit is 25 MB, but through commands if you push, the limit is 100 MB. Are you understanding? So if I told this on day one itself, you will think, hey, what this fellow is speaking. So that is the reason I know on what time, what I should speak, so it will make some sense for you. So again I am repeating, manually if you drag and drop, each file capacity, it should not exceed 25 MB. But through commands if you push, limit is 100 MB per file, not entire project. Are you understanding? Great. Sir, that's it, sir. No, this is just 80% of the story. Last one step is remaining. Now ultimately link you want. Now don't go to settings and do all those things. I'll tell you a better option, okay. So you can go to Netlify. You already know it, right? So there are two options which popularly everyone uses. One is Netlify, and today I would like to introduce one more option known as Vercel. What are these Netlify and Vercel if you ask me? They are known as hosting tools, hosting websites where they will deploy your project in their server. Now you should realize one most important point. This particular GitHub repository, what you are able to see, this is like a storage. In the sense, imagine this is like a, for example, 1 GB storage, cloud storage, Google Drive. That fellow will just store the data. But ultimately, who should deploy in the server if you ask me? You can either use Netlify or Vercel. Anything is fine. Both are easy only. Both are free only. So just go over here. Add a new project. Last time you used to say manually, but is it manually right now? No. Just click on import existing project and you can see one option known as do you want to deploy from GitHub? Yes. Just click on yes from GitHub. Next, now it will actually authorize your GitHub account you have, right? It will authorize. Now if you notice, whatever projects we have built, you just search for it. I'll say December. I mean, this is your repository only, same thing. You can see final repository, final HTML of December B2. Just open this. Now, team is nothing but whatever name you have given. Now this project name, what you are going to see, this will be the URL. It should be unique, like Instagram ID. I will just say 2026, some randomly thing I am giving. You give your own names, okay? So I'll say Tap Academy, December B2, HTML project. Now you can see this is the URL. Now all these things, don't think too much about all those things. Directly click on deploy your project, done. It will take at least 1 minute. So you can see deployment under progress. Because server should render all your files, it should understand, it should configure. It will take 1 minute. That's all. In just 1 minute you will get the link. And now the advantage is, any changes you make, only 3 commands if you remember, any changes you make, it will get reflected within no time, less than 1 minute. Now tell me, don't you think your life is easy? You change 1 lakh lines also, no problem. No need to re-upload, just some commands. I think less than 1 minute only, less than 30 seconds. If I open, you can see your project is ready. Of course, background dark I have not given. Browser's default setting is dark. Did you understand? Now observe. See, whatever things you have done, imagine I told you to do one small change. What is that if you ask me? I'll go to styles. You can see background is black. That is the reason you are able to see black. I don't like black color. Which color will change? Black means black. No means white. Wow. Okay. I'll just give my own color. Don't think too much what I'm trying to do. Okay. I'll just say background. And I'll say linear gradient. And maybe which color? Okay. Gradient and all not required as of now. Just ignore it. So I'll say dark green. Just randomly I gave, okay. What happened? Dark green you don't like, huh? Okay, which color you only say? Violet, it seems, purple, okay, something. I'll take this. And entire font color I'll change it to yellow. Now, you just observe, is it changing over here immediately? No. If you don't know how to use Git, the thing you should do is, again manually upload, correct? But now observe, what are the 3 commands I told you to remember? Observe. First, clear the previous things. Just say CLS. Clear the screen. Now, first and foremost, you made some changes. First, you should say, no need to say again, what do you call, git init, all those things, no need to say. Only once you should initialize. Just say git add and dot, enter. You can see whatever things that has been changed. You can see working copy of styles.css will be changed. If you really wanted to see what are the changes happened, you can just click over here. You can see in styles.css some changes you have done. That is the thing. What is the second command? Commit. So just go and say git commit. What is the spelling of commit? Now if you want to give a message, you can give, for example, I'll just go over here and say BG changed. Anything, that is your choice. I'll say enter. Now you can see that message will be also noted down. And you can see 1 file changed, 2 insertions, 2 deletions. Means what? Background color you changed, 1 deletion. Font color you changed, 2nd deletion. You updated with 2 new things, 2 insertions. That's it. Last but not least, what I should say? Get push, that's it. I can say get push. This time you need to say origin, main and all. Already once you told, right? That's all. Enter. That's it. You can see it is doing all those things. Out of out, done. End of the story. Sir, now will it get really changed, sir? Yes. If I go over here, maybe you should wait for at least some 30-40 seconds. It will get reflected for sure. Did you understand? Is it so complex? Some 3 commands you should remember. Maybe first time setup is a bit complex. That commands might here and there it might trouble you. That's all. So I think this much clarity every one of you got. It got changed also. Did you understand? Now you tell me, is the previous approach better or this approach is better? This approach is better and this is development. Every day you will be using Git commands. Are you understanding? Maybe commands are same, but maybe the place might not be GitHub every time. It can be AWS S3, it can be Azure, it can be any other GCP or anything. But ultimately, Git is the middle guy who will make sure your local files are uploaded to the cloud. Now that cloud can be GitHub, it can be Azure, it can be AWS, it can be Google GCP or anything. Are you understanding? Since we are beginners, we kept our cloud as GitHub, that's it. It can be AWS also. Are you understanding? That's all. This much knowledge if you have, and let me tell you, I don't know about your friends, so this much knowledge, just knowing is not sufficient. Today, practically, you should also do the same thing. If you get any problem, tomorrow you should come and ask, sir, command not working. Sir, it is not getting pushed. Something I might have missed. You should come and get it resolved. Otherwise, at the last of front end, if you come and say, sir, GitHub not working, sir, that time I can't help anything. Are you understanding? So please make sure from today itself you start working on it. Anyways, so I think crystal clarity you got it. These 3 commands you will be using every day. But first time when you set it up, you should be careful. But after that, it is very easy for you. This much clarity you got it. So git add will make sure whatever changes you have done, it will be added to that particular guy. Git commit means you are trying to say, so these are the changes I have done. Make sure it is confirmed. Yes, these are the changes. That is what you used to do in GitHub also, commit changes. Last but not least, I have committed, now pushing, that's all. That's it. Now I will show you a second option, observe. Since, yes, knowing this is great, but knowing 2 things are better, okay. Backup, just go over here, search for Vercel. Just again, same like Netlify only, nothing hi-fi. Just click on login with Google, authenticating, that's it, less than 10 seconds, great. Now what you should do is, can you see over there, add new project, that's it. Over here already I have logged in with my GitHub, so you can also get one option, so you can just say import from GitHub, that's it. You can see over here import, just click on that. Anything you want to give the names, all those things you can do, or you can just ignore it and directly click on deploy, that's it. Simple, just 3 steps. So now, you can see over here some changes are happening, logs are getting built, and again logs also you should be knowing. That we will discuss in a different class, okay. Next, deployment still is not yet started, it is processing. At the last you will get the link, that's it. So today you try which interface you like, whether it is Netlify or Vercel, based on that you can just see it is deployed, and one preview also you can see, and just click on continue with dashboard, and now you can see your dashboard, and whatever this particular thing you are able to see, that is only your link, that's it. So now we have learnt 2 hosting tools, one is Netlify from very long, and today we learnt Vercel. Again it's very simple only, nothing is there over here. So I hope you are able to see. And also some other details also, your Vercel gives some analytics, how many people are coming to your website, you can see the traffic, analytics, all those things you can see. Firewall means it's regarding security. Now all these things, maybe in HTML we will not learn, but going ahead in development you will be learning all those things. Are you understanding? There is a terminology known as traffic, not the traffic. Internet traffic also there is there. Imagine Republic Day sale is happening. Flipkart told iPhone 15 for 25,000. Of course, it will not happen, but still, next day, that is correctly on 12 o'clock on dot, you can't buy iPhone. Because entire India is on Flipkart now. Now what they say is, traffic on the, on the server, the load is so much that they can't handle that many users. Because they might have prepared for maybe some 5 crore people or maybe 10 crore people. But suddenly 50 crore people attacked Flipkart, definitely server will become slow. Are you understanding? And they call this as internet traffic. Many people are using. And that is the reason you can't even click on buy. They'll say sold out. Within 1 second it will be sold out. I hope you're understanding. That's it. Sir, for whom it will get an opportunity, sir, if you ask me? A person who has best processor and a person who has best internet, they'll get the first access. That's it. Are you understanding? Anyways, but we are still using i3s only. I know, don't worry. Day will come where you can also buy your own MacBooks. Anyways, so did you get the clarity? Easy only. Make sure everyone is doing that. Now, the next most anticipated and most interesting technology according to me is CSS. So let's start with CSS. Again, CSS is going to be extremely interesting. HTML was very boring, no? No. I made it interesting. It was actually boring only. Are you understand? So CSS, what is this CSS? It's very cascading style sheets. Wow, full form everyone knows. Now I'll ask a simple question. What is C in CSS? See, this is the problem. Cascading it seems. I don't know. What is the meaning? Anyone in this class? What do you mean by cascading? Correct. Who is that? Okay, one person knows the answer. Anyone? And let me tell you, cascading is not a hi-fi terminology. It's an English terminology. You open Oxford Dictionary, go to C-A-S, you'll find cascading. Whatever meaning you see over there, same meaning only. But anyways, okay sir, CSS means cascading style sheets. And let me tell you, this is the latest logo of CSS. Previously on blue color 3 was there, no? That was CSS version 3. But latest, they removed versions. Just, they have upgraded the logo. Are you understanding? Like how you have HTML5, CSS 3 was there, but now no version number, just general CSS. That's it. So CSS was actually introduced not from very starting, because in the year 1991, just HTML was there. And who is the father of HTML if anyone asks you? What is your answer? Tim Berners-Lee. And let me tell you, this guy, Tim Berners-Lee, is the father of internet, is the father of www also. In this entire world, which is the first browser, if anyone asks you, it is not Google Chrome, it is www, World Wide Web. It was a browser. So that is the reason even today, every website has www only. It has become a standard. Are you understanding? Now, who invented this www, if anyone asks you? It is Tim Berners-Lee. Who invented internet? Tim Berners-Lee only. Who invented HTML? Tim Berners-Lee only. This one guy has literally changed the way that today we are consuming content because of internet only. So if I should tell you the story of internet, okay, we'll see it separately, okay. Today again it will get deviated. So it was very simple. Internet did not come simply like this. It was actually because of an incident in USA. Long way back in the year 1980s or 1970s, I'm not sure about the date. So war situation was there between Russia, long way back it was USSR. I think in your social studies you might have learnt. So there was a very cold war kind of situation between USSR and USA. I told I'll tell story again, right? No, I'll say now itself. So what was the war situation if you ask me? Cold war, you know what is cold war? Sir, in cold weather war will happen, that no. Cold war means not direct war, indirect stabbing, which you do, right? Backstabbing. So front you will speak very nicely, backside you will do so many things. No? That was happening. What happened is, USSR, means today's Russia, long way back, USSR. There were army camps, army bases in the USA. What used to happen, long way back, communication was very weak, in the sense very slow. Only pigeons, telegram, very limited options. Imagine in north there is a army camp. In south there will be an army camp, north, west. Now what used to happen? USSR, I'll be speaking it as Russia only. Russia used to drop a bomb at north, example. Now don't you think immediately information should reach south, east and west? So they'll become alert. But that communication was very slow. It used to take days and hours. Are you understanding? This was the problem. Because communication, if it was good, they'll become alert, they can defend better. So then they realized, who realized? Government of USA realized, there should be an effective communication system where within seconds they should get the information. Then they looked at USA and did one survey. Who is the best computer scientist at that point of time? In 1980s, 1990s. and they realized Tim Berners-Lee was the topmost computer scientist at that point of time. Then they told, you keep all your research aside, please help the nation. And he has invented the beautiful technology known as internet. Why, what is internet? Inter-network computer systems. So they can transform the, messages or any context or any information very quickly. Are you understanding? So that is how internet came into the picture. Then they realized if any information should be passed, within seconds the data used to pass. Within seconds the information used to reach any corner in this world. It is possible is what they realized. And they realized they did not patent it. If they could have patented it, today your internet was not this much cheap. 1 GB could easily be some 5-10,000. Are you understanding? They realized, okay, internet is something which is very powerful, which will change this entire world, and they made it open source. Are you understanding? They gave this internet free for this world. So today we live without, we are living without internet we can't live is what I am trying to say. We breathe internet, we eat internet. I hope you are understanding. So people literally carry mobiles to the places where it should not be carried. I don't know why. Why so much important meetings people have, I don't know. So I hope you are understanding. This is how internet took birth. Then he realized if information should be passed, they should be able to see the information long way back, notes, letters, all those things. But then they introduced digital electronics, digital media. So they should pass the information using digital electronics. So something should be there to be visible, right? That is how in 1991 HTML came. Are you understanding? So like this one by one it got evolved, and today whatever HTML you are able to see has more than 140 plus tags. Long way back only 18 tags. Are you understanding? So this is the journey. Then they realized, hey, HTML is just black and white, yeah. So we need to add some colors. Are you understanding? So like how if a person is very single in his life or her life, very black and white kind of thing, someone should be beside. Then some color will be added to them. Some people might defend, sir, no sir, solo, solo life is only best. Movie names you don't say in the class, okay. So then they realized, okay, adding some CSS will significantly have some value to the website, in the sense the way it looks, the way it is perceived, all the information will definitely change. That is what they have introduced CSS. Imagine there is one situation. So this is HTML, pure HTML. What is this? H1, paragraph, image tag, again one more H2 or something like that. This is HTML. But if I add CSS, 180-degree shift will happen. And this is how it looks. Same content only. Content is same, but visually see how good it looks. And sir, can we also achieve this? 100% you can achieve. It's very, very simple. So colors are different, can we achieve? We can achieve. I will tell you, don't worry. So this is the significance of CSS. Now you tell me, when you go to a website which looks very good, what is the first thing you notice? Content? No. Colors, correct? First you observe, you will judge a website by colors. It looks good. Then you will see the content. That is human psychology. Are you understanding? So the most important thing you should understand is how to put colors, how to put background colors. So many properties are there, but every property should follow a set of rules. What is this rule, sir? Now you are only saying color blue, background color black. Now what you are trying to say? Two different things you are saying. One is a property, one is a value. So what is a set of rules if you ask me? Property, colon separation, value, semicolon. That's it. This is only CSS general syntax. So there are no tags over here. Just property, value, property, value. For example, background color is a property. Font family is a property. Border radius is a property. Display is a property. And values, blue, black, 20 pixel, 25 pixel, like that, these are values, different values. Are you understanding? Very, very simple itself. Okay, sir, this much clarity we have got. Now, what is the first and most noticeable thing in any website if you ask me? Colors. Now, what are colors? There is a different science altogether. In this world, how many colors are there? As per your analogy. 7? Oh, VibGR, wow. So, this is what truly defines how much knowledge you have. I am not asking CSS, I am asking general knowledge. How many colors are there? See, you know Chroma store, Reliance Digital, Chroma, Vijay Sales. So, you just go over there. and just go to a TV section. Just stand in front of a TV, some 100 inches TV, just stand and stare at it. One person will come. He'll ask you, sir, are you interested to buy this TV? In your mind was you're thinking, thinking maybe after 2 or 4 years, when the time comes. But regardless that situation, you will just try to inquire, like you really wanted to buy. Can you please tell me the specifications, how much inches, all those things. He'll say, sir, this is a 75-inch TV, that, this and all, he'll say. And he will use one term, sir, color reproduction. 1 billion colors it can show, sir. 16 million colors it can show. And you are saying, oh, yes, it is possible. And let me tell you, you open any Amazon, you just open and see one monitor or anything. How many colors can it show? Billion only it will show. Million, billion, like that. Are you understanding? So that is why if you are a video editor, you always choose such displays which has a capability to show more colors. So if your work is very precise, if you wanted to keep it. And let me tell you, 1 billion color means you know how many colors? You know what is 1 billion? This is your aptitude skills you have. How much is 1 billion? Let me see. How much is 1 billion? Don't know. How much is 1 billion? Wow. How much is 1 billion? No. How much is 1 billion? 100 million is 1 billion. Wow. Okay. How much is 1 billion? Backside, specs. Yeah. No idea. Get idea. Last. Blue color shirt, very busy. Yeah. Huh? Oh, just Googled. Just Googled. Already you know. How much is 1 billion? No idea. No idea. Okay. How much is 1 million? 10 lakhs. Oh, subscribers count, you know, right? That is why. See, very simple. 1 million means 10 lakhs, you know. 10 million means? Wow. I think I should take a mathematics class for you is what I personally believe. See, 1 million means 10 lakhs. 10 million means 1 crore. Like that, 100 crore means 1 billion. Are you understanding? Million is very less compared to billion. In this world, millionaires are there, billionaires are still not there. Yes, they are there, very, very, very few people. I think recently Tesla owner, who is Elon Musk, I think recently there was one news that he is the world's first billionaire. So 75% of the people voted that he deserves that much. And of course, he is next level guy. Even we can't even match the way he's maintaining 7 to 8 companies and everything is successful. But anyways, that is a different story. So let me tell you the truth. Doesn't matter how many colors are there in this world. Every color is just a combination and different shades of 3 primary colors. You heard me correct. Only 3 colors. What is that? RGB means what? Red, green, blue. That's it. Which means 3 colors, different shades will result in a new color. And that is what? You know permutations and combinations? So what is the range of color of each color if you ask me? Red color has 256 shades, lightest to darkest. Like that green has 256 shades. Like that blue also has 256 shades. Now tell me, if you do permutations and combinations, how many colors you will get? Did you understand what did I speak? I told 256 shades. Imagine if I start from first color, shade 0, shade 0, shade 0, 1 color you will get. Like that extremely highest shade, 1 color. Like that, this is 1, 2, 2. Next 1, 2, 3. Like that permutations and combination if you make, how many shades you will get? Last shade is 256, 256, 256. Did you understand? So like that if you see, and million and billion is not a joke. In the sense it is achievable. Are you understanding? So that is the thing. Which means, if I speak about colors, again it's not a CSS concept. It is just very simple. However, your black and white you have, if you really wanted to make it better, yellow color you can add. Sir, that doesn't look good, sir. This kind of colors also you can add. Now, whatever yellow color you are able to see, this we call it as a solid color, plain color. From starting to last, same. 1 second. Okay. There is one problem. Okay. Are you understanding? But sometimes today's modern websites uses such kind of colors. This is not a solid color. Gradient color is what people call. Are you understanding? and we will see it later, okay. Next, this property what you have just witnessed is known as a background property. Similarly, sir, this font is not good, I can change it. Sir, this font is also not good, I can change it. The property name is font family. In MS Word you might have seen Arial, Times New Roman, next Helvetica, Monospace, Sans Serif, so many things you might have seen. Exactly same font families you can use. Whatever you have done in MS Word, everything is achievable. Line spacing, letter spacing, underline, overline, strike through, everything is possible. So that is only very few things. Next, if I speak about colors, as I told you, there are different types of color systems. But before that, how to write CSS? It's very simple. There are three ways to write CSS. One, I call it as an inline CSS, which means within HTML line you can write CSS. Second way is known as internal CSS. Within HTML file you can write CSS separately. Third way is known as external CSS. Outside HTML in a separate file you will write. So we will see one by one, don't worry about it. But speaking about colors, this is very interesting, okay. Of course, that we will see it later, inline, that we will see it later, don't worry. So color systems, first and foremost, named colors. Directly you can say blue, red, yellow, green. Next, hexadecimal color system also is there. Same blue color has one code. This is hexadecimal only, right? Number starts from 0, goes all the way till F. Next, hexadecimal code for red and yellow and green. Similarly, there is something known as RGB. As I told you, you can write in shades. Next, that is what? Same red color, yellow color, all those things. Last but not least, HSL. So red, green, blue, okay, what is this HSL? Hue, saturation, lightness. So which one should I use, sir? As a beginner, you use this. Just say color blue. No, sir, somewhat color science I know, I want better colors. Use hexadecimal. No, sir, I know even better shading and all. Use RGB. But today, the modern web development, coloring is chosen based on HSL system. So what is this? All these things, we'll see it later. But this much clarity got it. So I'm telling you in CSS, different ways to select color. Now if you notice one thing, color property is common, but the values which you are giving is changing. Are you understanding? Great. Okay, sir. Regarding colors, we understood. What next? Now, whatever is RGB you are able to see, observe one thing. As I told you, 256 shades are there. Okay. When I speak about red, in 256 shades, the numbering starts from 0 all the way till 255. Are you understanding? Next, when it comes to green, again same thing. Numbering starts from 0 to 55. Coming to blue, it also starts from 0, goes all the way till 250. This is what you will be seeing. Now, if I just go here and say, I want to give a color which is RGB, open bracket, close bracket. First value is for red, second value is for green, third value is for blue. Very simple. I will give the lightest number possible. So if I just go here and say 0, 0, 0. I mean least value means what? Darkest shade possible. Tell me in this world, which is the darkest color? Black, which means R0, G0 and B0 means it is black color, which means RGB 000 means black. Next, if I say RGB, highest possible shade, tell me what is that? 255, 255, 255. Can you guess and tell me what can be the color? It is none other than the brightest shade of all the three colors is none other than white. And that is all. Now, can you guess and tell me, if I want pure red color, what I should do? Tell me. Very simple. I can just go here and say RGB. I want pure red, which means first value highest. That's it. Next, green and red I don't want. I can say 0, 0. I hope you understood. If I want pure green color, I can just say 0, 255 and 0. If I want pure blue, 0, 0, 255. And middle combinations are different shades. That's all. Such a simple thing. But no one will ask all these things in interviews, but you should know it, general knowledge. Are you understanding? Great. Okay, sir, this much knowledge we have. So this is all about your RGB system. As I told you, HSL system is also there. The first value is hue. Hue means it starts from 0, goes all the way till 360. 0 means starts from red. Next a bit 30 means yellowish shade. 60 means again green will start. Again blue will start like this. Purple, all those things. Are you understanding? Hue 0 to 360. So which means I can just go here. Again, just it's important to know because you are not here to just become a normal developer. I want you to become an extraordinary developer. First one, hue means what? I'll just give for example some 30. Some different shade I'll get. Next, on that hue, you can control the saturation and lightness. Now what is saturation? If you have an image, it is very, I think, colorful, very punchy, you might have seen, right? That is saturation. That you can adjust in percentage. For example, 80%. Next, lightness means what? Brightness. That also in 100% you can maintain. In the sense, your mobile phone you will swipe down, brightness you can control, 0% in full dim, 100% in full bright. Similarly, over here, if you want the brightest shade, you can say 100%. So that's it, hue, saturation, lightness. But we will not make our life complex. We will use named and RGB for easy purpose. That also you can explore, very simple itself. This much clarity you got it? Great. Now let us try to see what is this inline CSS, very simple itself. Let us try to observe it. Where is that? Yeah. So I am just starting with inline CSS, observe. So again it's very simple itself. Yeah. So inline CSS means what? Within HTML you should be able to write. Imagine I'll write one H1 like this, which has a text known as Tap Academy. By default, what is the font family? Times New Roman. What is the color? Black. What is the background color? White. So now I decided to change the color and the background color. So what you should do is, in the opening, attribute you should give. Styling in the same tag means extra information. So I'll say style. I will say background color you want to change. Just go and say properties background color, colon, whichever color you want you can say. So I'll just say background, over here it is color means font color. Color is red. Sir, U is missing I think. No, COLOR only. Spelling mistake has not happened. Are you understanding? Color is red, which means text color will change. So if I just go back, again these all things it feels like teaching for LKG students because all these things are very basic. Anyways, no problem. Again, don't feel offended, okay? So if I just go back, I think these all things you understood. So I'll create a brand new folder. Okay, it's not there. I should have opened a different folder. But anyways, I'll just say file, open folder, and your December B2. I'll just say select folder. That's it. So over here, I'll just create a brand new folder known as CSS intro. Okay, next. I'll just create one new file. I'll say day, or we'll just say index.html only. Sir, this is CSS, no? CSS should be uploaded on HTML only, my dear friend. So I should just go and say one simple structure. Great. Now observe here, I'll just say one simple H1. I'll say Tap Academy. Great. Now if I want to apply inline CSS, just go over here, space, just say style attribute, property colon value. I'll just say color, you can see one option. So I'll just say color, and which color you want, you can see some suggestions also over here. But our expectation was red color, I can say red. Now observe very carefully. If I click on this color, you can see, one second. So if I just say, see what is RGB value? 25500. Are you understanding? Which means you wrote name for your easy purpose, but internally it is RGB only. Now you just observe here. Can I control this? Yes, you can. See, some shade of red, but still who is dominating? First value is only dominating because it is red. Similarly, if I take a shade of green, who will dominate? G will dominate. I hope you are able to see. If I take to that corner, you can see 255, brightest shade of your green. If I just go to some blue shade, who will dominate? That last guy only will dominate. Now in that, if you add some red, some purple shade you will get. If you add some green, some other shade you will get. Are you understanding? Such a simple thing itself. So I hope this is fine. You can use RGB or color also fine. Now to see the preview, I'll just say show preview. I hope you are able to see. I think spelling mistake. One second. Oh, Now if I save it, open with my preview, I hope you are able to see. Now, I want to add background color also for tap academy. Now, who told you that only one property value you can give? You can give how many ever you want. Are you understanding? Which means, I clearly told you, after saying property, colon value and semicolon you are hitting, now the next property, not outside double quotes, inside double quotes you should continue. Why? Because for this double quotes is for overall styling. Now what I should say? Background color, I'll say like this and I'll say yellow. Again semicolon. Did you understand? Like that you can keep adding how many ever you want. Now observe. I'll just go over here and say, hit a semicolon. Next I can say background color, maybe some yellow color. I know many people don't like this color, but still, I hope you are able to see. Did you get the clarity? But no one will give styling like this, but this is just day one of CSS. Lot of things can be achievable, okay? Great. So that's it. Like this, if you want to, for example, sir, what is the default size of H1? 32 pixels. If you want to change it, you can change it. Sir, 32 is not sufficient. I want 50. You can do it. So you should say font size 50 pixels. Like that, we will see one by one. I have structured properly. Every property is categorized properly. So based on that, we will learn. But now imagine, whatever this Times New Roman you are able to see, I don't like it. So what you should say? Colon, font family you should say. And you can see so many options are there. So I'll just say Arial. If I save it, now if I open the preview, you can see it changed. Are you understanding? So that is how you can decide. Sir, still I have more expectations, sir. See, sir, this space only is not there. All those things also is possible, don't worry. But if you really wanted a glimpse, I can just go here and say something known as padding. I'll say some 20 pixel. So everything is possible. So rounded is very sharp, sir. I can just go here and say border radius. I'll say some 10 pixel. So some glow effect I want, sir. That also is possible. So I'll just go and say box shadow, and what I'm typing you ignore. I'll teach when time comes. I'll say 10 pixel, next 20 pixel, and I'll say one 30 pixel. And color, I don't want blue color. By default, I'll take the color itself, but I'll say maybe some green color. Are you understanding? Sir, it is down, sir. I want top. One value should change. Over here, you say 20. If I say 30, if I say 40, if I say 50, it is going down. So what I should say? Minus 50. If you say it will go top. See, all these things I'll teach you. But I hope you're understanding. No one will give all these things, but still, I'm telling you. So like this, many things you can control. This much clarity you got it? Great. So I'll just go and say border. Some 5 pixel thickness. I want a solid border, which means normal border, which is of red color. So like this you can get it. Sir, line I don't want, sir. Dotted I want. That also is possible. Instead of solid, I'll say dotted. Looks like some haldi function is happening, right? I hope you're understanding. So, sir, dotted is not good. Dashes I want, hyphens. So I can say dashed. So I hope you're able to see. So many possibilities are there. And all these things, you know, it's very, very simple itself. I hope you're understanding. Many possibilities are there. And again, it is all about your creativity and how you think that what will the style that users might like. What you like, you should not give. What majority of the people might like, that you should give. And each of your website should be professional, not jatre. Are you understanding? Like this, if you build, you know. But I will teach you how to build professionally. But I'm showing you possibilities. Are you understanding? Great. Okay, sir, this much clarity we have got. Now, what is internal CSS? I'll tell you one thing. You just observe, again, it's very simple itself. So, I'll just eliminate all these things. I'll again bring back our old file, which is your day 2, you remember? Index.html. You remember this file? Now, you just tell me, if I open with live server, 1 second. If I just open with live server, you can clearly notice it is white and black. Now I have some expectation. Entire page background color I wanted dark shade, which means black color I want. Now the question is, entire content is inside which tag? Body tag. For body tag you should give, which means I can go over here and I'll just go and say style attribute. I think the screen is visible. Great. I'll say style attribute, 1 second. And I'll say background color is black. Sufficient? Now observe, if I save it, where is text? Because the default color of a text is black, so you should change it, which means I should just go and say color means, font color means color property. I can just say color. Which color? White. Oh, always black and white only you guys are. Okay. I'll say white. I will save it. I hope now you are able to see. Now imagine, I want to give some font colors for different things in the sense. For example, for H2, I'll just go and say style. I'll say color of the font. Which color? I'll give you some options. Choose. Still are there. Wait. Which one? Aqua only. Okay. I'll just go and say aqua. Now you can see H2 color changed. Like that. Next, for what do you go? This H3 also I want to give the same styling. Now don't you think same thing I should copy and paste? So I'll just take this particular style. I will copy. I will paste. If I save it, I hope you are able to see. Next, so for this paragraph also I wanted. Okay. So again, copy it, right? Just go to the paragraph or maybe pre-tag in our situation. I should paste it. Are you understanding? So for this also I want, sir. Okay. I'll just go all the way till here. For this H2, I will paste it. Understanding? For this H3 also I want it. For this H3 also I want it. Now did you understand one problem over here? Same styling only. You are copying and pasting if only 5 tags are there. Imagine, just now you saw 700 lines of code, right? Imagine for everything same styling you should do. It is a nightmare for you. Correct? So that is when internal CSS will come into the picture. So what you can do is, instead of writing line by line in every line, don't do this. Are you understanding? So I'll just remove everywhere. Here also I don't want, here also I don't want, here also I'll remove it. Now same color, you do one thing, you want for entire HTML, just in your head tag, after this meta whatever we have given, I will go to the next line. Over here I should introduce one brand new tag known as style tag. Now you want to give some colors for whom? For HTML tag. Which tag? For example, I wanted to give it for P tag. I should just go and say P like this. Open bracket, close bracket. That's it. Are you understanding? So paragraph, your element you are selecting, declaration, open bracket, close bracket means declaration. Ultimately inside this what I should write? Same property value, which means color is aqua only. Okay. I'll just select aqua. Now you can see over here there is no P tag at all, so you can't do it, which means the tag was actually pre-tag. If I save it, now I hope you are able to see. Sir, similarly, don't you think here also should copy paste again? No. I can just go and say comma separated. For whom you want? For H1 also I want. If I save it, you can see for H1s you got it. Okay. Next, what are the tags? H2 and H3. Just go and say comma separated H2, comma separated H3. I hope you are able to see everything you got, but you wrote only once. Now you might be wondering, sir, what is this, sir? I did not understand. Don't worry. Separately I'll teach you all selectors. If you know, that will make sense. So you are actually selecting multiple elements and you are applying a common style. But imagine if 100 tags are there, 100 places different things you are done. Can you say comma, comma, comma like this? No, right? That is also a problem actually. So for everything there is a solution. But did you understand the significance of internal CSS? Great. But sometimes if you want to give the same styling for more than one page, now don't you think same style tag I should copy? I should go to one more page over here. Again, I'll just go over here and give the same styling. Correct? I think I have just repeated the same thing, so I'll just waste it. Of course, H1, H3 are not there. Like this, imagine 100 pages are there. 100 places will you copy paste in every page? No. Then comes the next thing known as your particular external CSS. Of course, internal CSS we understood. So now it comes the external CSS. Now this is very easy itself. So what you should do is, you have index.html, you have index2.html, index3.html. Likewise, we have 6 different HTML pages in our HTML classes. 6 projects we have created. My expectation is very simple. Every paragraph should follow the same font family. Now do you think that in 6 files you will go and use that style tag? No. Instead of that, I will create only one file known as styles.css. Name can be anything, but extension is .css. Inside this, what I should do, sir? Whatever color you want, you can give for paragraph. Now take that file and link it to index.html and link it to your index2.html and link it to index3.html. Sir, how should I link? I am asking you only, how should I link? Link tag you have, so you can simply use link tag. Link tag accepts to attributes. Which one? Relation and href. Now can you predict and tell me what is a relation? Icon? No, style sheet. By default you will get in VS Code. And what is href? Styles.css is the href. Are you understanding? So for href what you should give? That particular path. Last time we gave some downloaded image. This time it is styles.css. Simple. So now observe the most crucial part of today's class. I can just go here, create a brand new file known as styles.css. You can see even your VS Code logos are also getting changed. Did I tell you how to change the logos? If you are saying no, you are not in the class, that's it. So now, ultimately, doesn't matter which page I am using, in every page, the H1 should have the same styling. Sir, document structure and all not required, sir. No, this is not HTML, my dear friend, it is CSS. Just whatever you have written in style tag, you remember, same syntax. Now imagine, wherever I have H1, first and foremost, the color I wanted to change it to. I am asking you only which color. Lavender it seems. Okay, I will say lavender. Looks like a white color only, but anyways. Next, wherever I have H1, the font size 32 I don't want, I want more. I will say 50 pixel. Next, wherever I have H1, the background color should change. Which color? Green. Wow. Okay, someone told green, that's it. Whoever tells first, that color only I will take. Next, wherever I have H1, I want one border with 5 pixel thickness, which is a normal border, means solid border. Color also you should decide, I will say red color or anything is fine. Wherever there is a H1, font family I don't like Times New Roman, I will say maybe Arial, or maybe this time we will change differently. So I will say monospace. Like this you can define. Now, this styling wherever you want. Imagine in course registration form also on H1 we have, right? So I'll just go here. What I should do? Style tag. Not sorry, my bad. So link tag I should use. I'll say link. You can see relation is style sheet and href is none other than, not in the same folder, but in a different folder. So if I just go to CSS intro styles.css. Are you understanding? Similarly, in index dot, of course nothing is there over here, but one simple H1 I'll give. I'll say hello, how are you? Great. For this one also I want the same style, so I'll say link tag and the reference is none other than in CSS intro styles.css. Similarly, day 2 also, these all things no need to give any more. I'll just go over here and say one link tag, and what is href? It is none other than CSS intro styles.css. That's it. Last but not least, in live events also do you have H1? Yes. So I'll not give this anymore. I'll just go and say one link tag and I'll just say it is styles.css. Did you understand? See, one line. But you can see instead of repeating these many lines in every file, once you wrote and you're using everywhere, and this is how a developer should work. In programming world, there is one principle known as dry principle. Dry means, sir, no water, sir, dry. Do not repeat yourself. Code you should not repeat as a developer. You should write it in one place, you should reutilize it. That is why in Java also print statements again and again you should not write for your patterns. Loop will write it. That's what. Now observe, I'll just go to my index, I'll just click on show preview. You can see same styling got applied. Next, I'll go to index 2, I'll say show preview, same styling got applied. Next, I'll go to live events, show preview, same style got applied. Next, any other pages we have applied? That's it. Like this you can apply for any pages, same style got applied, looks like a green board, right? So I hope you're understanding. So this is the significance of external CSS. Great. Did everyone understand? Now one most important and very interesting question I'll ask you. Let us see whether you can reply it or not. In my index.html, I'll give one structure. Over here, I'll say one h1. I'll say hello. How? Okay, I'll say hello December B2. in 2026. Okay. Now tell me what are the 3 ways that I can apply CSS? Inline CSS. Okay. I'll just go over here and say style tag. I'll say color of the font is which color? Which one? Coral. Okay. Where is that coral? This one? Huh? Okay. I want to give one background color. Which background color? Very bad at colors. Grey color. Okay. I'll say green. Who is that green guy? So I'll say grey color. And also I wanted to give one font family. So I'll say font family. Maybe this time we will say sans serif. Okay. Great. Like that you can give how many ever styles you want. Now observe one most interesting thing. Can I also give internal CSS at the same time? Yes, you can. I'll just go and say style tag. Same H1 I will select, but different stylings. Now again you say which color? Which one? I think this is very difficult to choose, right? I'll open the spectrum. Now tell me. Whichever color combination numbering you will say, I will choose that only. Numbers you say? 50, okay. 70, oh, 1 second. We can't choose there, here only you should change. So what I can do is, so I'll just say, see this is hexadecimal, so I'll say RGB. Tell me, which colors you want? 77, okay, I think it's your percentage, okay. Anyways, next, green color, 88, after that 99, okay, I'll just go and say 99. 93, okay, from where you are getting these numbers? Now, I think it is some grey shade. Are you understanding? Some grey shade only, again at last grey only. Okay, let us choose one background color. Now say RGB, again I'll say, this time which shades? Till 255 you have, my dear friend. 150, okay, after that? 143? Sorry, those numbers are not accepted. So, that numbers you can give to some other people, okay? 45, 222, okay. Which shade is this? No shade only. Why there is no shade? Oh, sorry. RGB, na? Okay. It's some lavender shade. Okay. Pinkish shade, okay. I'll just go and say font family. This time which one we'll choose is Gill Sans. So I'll just say Gill Sans. Next. I'll say font size. I'll just change it to maybe 32 is original. You can reduce it also to 20 pixel. And at the same time, I want external CSS also. Is it possible? Yes, it is possible. I'll just say link tag and I'll use relation style sheet. Automatically it will come. And I'll just go and say styles.css. Now my question is for you. Very, very simple question. So I have my index.html. I have my styles.css. For this H1, Hello December B2 in 2026, color 1 coral will be applied or grey will be applied or this particular lavender will be applied. What do you think? 3 options. Inline, internal, external. What do you think? External will be applied? Okay. Okay. Sorry. One question I'll ask you. How many of you think internal CSS will be applied? Raise your hands. Internal, which means this color. Okay. For H1, my dear friend. Only H1 you have, no? For what it seems? For H1. So some people say internal CSS. I see some 3-4 people have applied. No problem, raise. Don't hesitate. Maybe you might be correct. Okay. Someone, anyone else? That's it. How many of you say internal CSS will be applied? Sorry, not internal. Inline CSS. Raise your hands. Oh, many people. Great. Now let us see how many of you say external CSS will be applied. Raise your hands. Okay. There are only 3 ways to apply CSS. There is no 4th way. Some people are waiting for the 4th option. Great. Let me tell you. Imagine when you are going to PG. After you going to PG, you lost your mobile. I mean, it will not happen. But imagine. What is the first place you will check for your mobile phone? Within PG you will find, right? Within your room you will check first. After that, entire steps you will check in the PG. After that you realize, oh, when Harshit sir was teaching, I mesmerized in his teaching, I left there itself. So again you will come to classroom and you will check. This is external place. That was your inline place within your room. Internal is your entire PG building. Now tell me, which is the first priority? Inline CSS, which means coral with background gray will be applied. If I open my preview, you can see. And of course I think some border also we have given if I am not wrong. Okay, we have not given the border, but from a different way, from a different place border got applied. But I hope you are able to see the background color and font color. Great. Just focus on color and thing. Imagine I'll just eliminate this inline CSS altogether. Now only two options. Internal or external? Internal, which means some magenta color is the background. If I open the preview, I hope you are able to see. If this also if I eliminate. Now last and final option, this one only will be applied, which means if I just open the preview, this is applying. Now did you observe one process? So first priority is given for inline. If that is not there, the second priority is for internal, and after that the third priority is given for external. And what you have witnessed, this process is only known as cascading. Are you understanding? Yes, you heard me right. What you have just witnessed, layer by layer, one by one someone answered, that we call it as cascading. But this is non-technical. Technically speaking, cascading is a process of applying this particular styling based on layer by layer, which means first priority is for inline. If it is there, inline only. If it is not there, then only your CSS will go for internal. If internal also is not there, last option is external. The lookup of this layer, one by one looking at this CSS, we call it as cascade. To give you even more precise information, you know waterfalls? Yes. You don't know waterfalls? Yes. So if I just go over here, I'll show you waterfalls, don't worry. I have everything built for you. So if I just go to some waterfalls, that is what? In your CSS, what is this cascading if I ask you? You have inline, you have internal, you have external. First priority inline, after that internal, after that external. Same how your waterfalls also work. Waterfall will not directly come and jump like that. Instead, when you see a waterfall, it is cascading. In English they say. We don't know English, no, very bad. Observe. Whenever it comes to your cascading, first this is how waterfalls actually work. It will accumulate water at one point. If it is filled, it will start falling. After here it is filled, it will start falling. After here it is filled, it will start falling. Like this waterfalls behave. And that is how your CSS also is behaving. If inline is there, other fellows they will not even care. If inline is not there, next you can see that border got applied from some other place. Like that it will flow in this direction, cascading. So taking that as an inspiration, they named the style sheet as cascading style sheet. That's all. Now did you understand what is cascading? That's it. So this is all about your CSS. Did you understand? Great. Sir, that's it, sir. CSS completed. Not even 1% we have seen. Are you understanding? Just 1%, maybe 5% you can think. Lot of things to be noticed. So now, what is the most important thing in your CSS? Not colors, not background things. The most important thing is how to select HTML is very important. Correct? See, at any point of time, background color, border thing, all those things you can apply. But on whom will you apply? On HTML only you should apply. Which means the most interesting and most important thing in CSS is how to select the elements of your HTML. The next brand new concept that you learn in the next class is CSS selectors. How to select element. More control if you want. There are a lot of things. There is something known as a class, ID, group. So many things are there. Are you understanding? Entire page you want to select, universal selector. People started packing already. So, like that, you have something known as relationships also, not what you are thinking. So, parent-child relationship is there, siblings relationship is there. We call it as sibling selectors, child selectors. Sometimes you might have noticed, if you take your mouse, something will happen. When you take your mouse only, something should happen. That we call it as hover. When you click, it should be focused. So, all these are known as pseudo class selectors. So, a lot of things are there. So, basic, advanced, all those things we will learn in the Monday's class. One important announcement to be made before leaving you. Tomorrow, mock has been scheduled for you guys, slot wise, starting from morning 10 o'clock. You might have got a mail. So, please kindly check your mails. in whichever slot your particular allotment has happened, 150% you should attend, there is no choice for it. Sir, no sir, I will not attend. Then if you are not attending, after 2 months don't come and say, sir, not getting shortlisted, sir, communication weak sir, then don't come and say. If you really wanted to make your communication better, mock is the only way that you can get it. And if you don't believe me, there are many people who will come to the stage and speak. You ask them, I think your trainer might have told you, any questions? You never ask, no? Next time you ask, how was your communication before and now? You ask, how did you improve your communication? These questions you should ask, but you will not ask anything. Package how much? That is what you will ask. Ask essential questions. How did you overcome the challenges? Which is the most difficult round you felt in the interview? These questions you ask, but you will never ask. And let me tell you, he will not hesitate, your Kshitij sir will not hesitate, they will be even happy if you ask some questions. And you should start asking questions. People also will start asking you questions. Then you should also start asking questions. And that is how you learn the things. Are you understanding? And one more most important thing, as I told in the previous class, hirings have started for 2026. I think your Kshitij sir might have already told. So EY is hiring, Deloitte is hiring for 2026. So we are thinking to conduct a grooming session, or maybe how to prepare for these interviews. So I want each one of you to fill a Google form which I'll be displaying. So there is one check boxes for which companies you have applied. So we will accumulate all of your details and we'll send one mail for you, so that any sessions or any workshops or any grooming sessions will be there. You can attend them online only. Okay. So I'll just display that QR code. Everyone make sure you're applying, you're just filling that form. Okay. So this is the form. Very simple details, name, email ID, mobile number, which companies you have applied, that's it.